Welcome to Headies, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of cannabis cultivation, genetics, and everything in between. I'm your host, Jay. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome Nancy Wallace to the show. Nancy is a longtime professional grower, competitive cannabis enthusiast, and now the founder of her own genetics company, Nancy's Own. We'll discuss her journey, the incredible strains she's developed, and some exciting news about the Grow Along event that will be starting this March. Whether you're a novice grower or an experienced cultivator, you won't want to miss this episode. So let's get started. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you, Jay. It's an honor.
So, to start things off, how did you get into cannabis? What's your background?
My journey with cannabis is wildly unsuccessful. Many years. Animals got them, neighbors got them, parents got them, somebody got them. I had one growing though when I was 19 or 20. A big pot plant that started around 5 gallons. I didn't know anything about 12 or putting it in the. So I was just waiting for buds. I didn't know what to do. Back in the beginning, there was no internet. So it was all trial and error. It was 30 years. I don't know. Eventually, I ended up in the industry.
So, what motivated you to take the next step?
What motivated me to take the next step and do my own thing was that nobody else can do it right syndrome, right? I got into corporate cannabis, but I don't know why they keep hiring hippies and trying to, shove them into these little corporate. I could not. I could not. So after a while, I just decided that I was better off for myself.
So let's talk about your genetics. So first up, when I'm looking at your Discord server, we have double grape.
Yeah, the double grape process was the first line that we dropped. There were 6 of them to start. And it was double crack, special berries, rum dosey dub, baby Yoda dosey dub, and triple double. And currently, our website yield record is the double dosey, 22 grams on one plant. And that was grown by one of our great growers. Before that, it was Garlilock's record, 85 grams with our grower right door. But I'm looking forward to breaking the record mid.
Yeah, the double grapes wasn't your first grow, or at least one of your best Mephisto grows. That was a double grape, or is that related strain?
I ended up getting a really banger round out of a corporate farm that we had cheap nutrients, and so I basically had to starve these babies in a hydroponic system. But they had plenty of bloom. They didn't have any grow, but they had plenty of bloom. So I didn't start feeding them until probably like the last 5 weeks of their life. Pretty pale, and they were pretty small. Numbers off the charts.
And you said Garlilock was another real standout one. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the Garlilocks is a GMO and Mythic OG. Mythic OG is a Three Bears OG that might figure out to an F. I don't want to lie to you, F4. Probably farther than, but it's basically the Three Bears OG structure with GMO.
It has like a real nice chunky structure.
Yeah, it's that golf ball structure from the Bears.
Pretty frosty looking buds. What's the smell like on that?
But the one that's my next favorite Starbucks right now is the Orange Portal from Speedrun. We've been running that for a while and working on some breeds. And I mean, every time I grow it, I think it's better.
Oh yeah, that looks like it has real nice spear structure, real big buds on it.
Yep.
What's the flavors like on that?
It's sweet and gassy, but just burning it, it smells like orangey. Very orangey.
It's got a real nice color to it. It's got a nice like green, like real orange hairs.
Yeah, the Garlilocks, people get a lot of great colors out of the Garlilocks.
What was the Foster's Funk? What was that combination?
Oh, those Foster's Funk. So I try to help up and coming breeders anytime they want to get, a foot in the door, learn how, maybe get some exposure. And Foster's Funk's from William Carl Foster, a grower of ours, and he actually had some dream beans across. Dream beans is another great friend. Or awesome, awesome grower. Um, so proud to know him. I've learned from him over. The TMFF is too, and then there was the blue Kong bear and the space time and the grapefruit glue. We came up with blue.
What other strains do you have up in the works? What do you think is going to be good up and coming, or what do you think you want to work on in the future?
Well, I'm doing a group of breeders, which is why there's able to have so many strains behind me here on the wall. Is that we're a group of breeders that I've got a wonderful photo period breeder. I'll have it with the geogenetics. I've got a few more photos coming soon. We just dropped our first fast, and that was with the help of Locomotive. Nugs, the little he just dropped his 3 double grapes. Nugs double grape, grape dosey dub, and a double grunts. So he's got himself a little 3-pack with little pups pick on the front of it. Uh, I'm really into this. I'm gonna only try to put stuff up there on the board that's gonna have a long last term. Not mixing too many terps is absolutely the way to go.
I think a lot of stuff these days is, they're calling it layered, and it's like it's a lot of stuff just kind of mushed together, and
It's mud.
yeah. Maybe every once in a while you get something like real crazy, like some cherry cheesecake flavor out of it. But maybe it's better just to have a combination of two things, or like some of the originals. And
Everything is a combination of a million plants because a million plants is strange things. But what you want to, instead of just looking at the name of the plant or a particular breeder, is you want to look at that plant chemistry.
so, speaking of growing, I have some exciting news for our listeners. We are hosting a grow along starting March, and you're all invited. This is your chance to grow with the community, learn together. Everything will be happening on my Discord server and Nancy's Discord server. There is also Exploring the Growing Universe Facebook group and Nancy's own Facebook groups. You can showcase your genetics there, but we'll be having a grow along. And if you're not already there, check the show notes for a link below. Nancy, what do you think would be good for the grow along genetics wise that you have currently up or coming up in the next month?
Imagine a grow setup that runs like a starship. Smart, efficient, and built for peak performance. That's exactly what AC Infinity Grow tent kits deliver. With cutting-edge tech and next-level engineering, they make it effortless to create the perfect grow environment. Their smart controllers let you dial in temperature, humidity, airflow, and lighting with pinpoint precision, so your plants stay in the sweet spot for vigorous growth all day, every day. And the grow lights? AC Infinity nailed the spectrum. A touch of UV for potency, balanced blue to control stretch, deep red for flower production, and far red to boost those final stages. Your plants will thrive under this light. The full AC Infinity kit, including the humidifier, fans, exhaust system, and lighting, works in perfect harmony. Setting up and maintaining an optimized grow has never been this easy. Best of all, their customer service is top tier. Any issue? They fix it fast. They truly care about growers, and it shows. And now you can save on your setup. Use code HEADIES420 at checkout for a discount on your AC Infinity gear.
Well, if the grow along is starting in on first, I have 2 new electric state strains that are dropping, and one of them is the 4-leaf clover, and the other one is, I want to lie to you, leprechaun leaf, 4-leaf clover cross. So the 4-leaf clover I got to buck down and trim, process back from it from a cross that we already made of it. That bud was so amazing. Even the seed bud that's not cured or anything like that, that's probably not trying it. We couldn't resist smoking some of it while we were pulling seeds of it. Man, it's got a flavor that I really love. So I'm going to have to say that the 4-leaf clover
Excellent. So we have this grow along starting in March. I guess we'll end it. So if strains take 70 days and people, we want to give them like a month to start. So let's say about 3 months, March, April, May. So I guess March to May, we'll close it off at the end of May.
If you start toward the end of March, you can go to Father's Day.
Yeah, I guess we can have like a vote. All the viewers, we can tally up votes for the best pictures, and we'll come back with some of the best genetics from the grow off.
Oh yeah, I love to find some cool prizes for the. I've got a prize up here right now. It's customer appreciation. Oops, customer, and it's a rollbots whack it. Got a whack it grinder, and it grinds and fills a cup. We do that a lot at the website. If you get a strange prize, we had a customer appreciation. We're having a customer appreciation month for February.
Yeah, you really do a lot with and for the community. You have the not the grow alongs, I guess the how tos, and you really help out your people. Online, you talk to them and answer questions, and you have great customer service, great genetics.
Yeah, the next grow series is photos and fast photos because who've only grown autos growing, and that's all they've ever grown.
Well, if people wanted to choose some of those fast photos and photo periods, which ones of those would you think would be good?
The only fast photo I have out right now is Arise, or no, is Adios. It's from Arise, and Arise they're good for putting outdoor if you want, and it's crossed with Great Dosey Brown. Is the auto, so it's a super frosty, but orange crosses are coming in that back room. THCV is what I'm doing now. Diet week. I gotta lose like 20 pounds, so I got a bunch of THCV. The seeds from this orange portal are crossed to the THCV, and I've got a whole bunch of different crosses. I got the 4-leaf clover crossed to the THCV skunk. I got dark Jedi crossed to it. I got sweet and sour. I got the double Durban THCV crossed to it to try to get even more THCV in the strain. I even put a couple of Sofens in there. I think we'll see. We'll see what all comes out of there.
Do you think that THCV adds something to the effects, or do you think that it takes away from it?
Oh, it's a different effect. So it's different than and THC, a completely different effect. So instead of being calming and sedative, it's gonna get hyped up, motivated, want to move around. It's that weed that you smoke and you can't shut up or you can't sit down. They used to call it get shit done weed, the GSD, good old GSD. And Durban poison was always good GSD. But it has really good diabetics. It's very good for type 2 diabetes. It helps regulate blood sugar, helps regulate blood pressure. It's inflammatory. It's all kinds of wonderful things to take. It's in there in small amounts.
Like all the way down past all the normal stuff like limonene, myrcene, carfilline, past all that stuff. Those are the little stuff like Gloyal or like Frenchol,
Yeah,
or you just
Guaiol, Neurolidol, Valencine. Yeah, those are the terps we hunt. In fact, I just spent the whole first half of yesterday calling every laboratory in Oklahoma to ask them how many they tested for. And surprisingly enough, the median number was 25, and I was blown away. But I did find a good lab.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch that are pretty common, right? There's like 150 common ones.
The fact that they're testing for 40 of them is ridiculous. There's a lot of compounds in cannabis.
Exactly. Yeah, like we don't know anything about the different flavorants, anything that gives the different smells and flavors besides the terpenes. Really, what advice do you have for aspiring growers who want to improve their skills?
Read if you can get the actual book through every video you can. People that I learned from along the way that I couldn't live without. Dr. Elaine Kevin Jodry is a breeder out of California. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. The Teaming with Microbes guy. Do you know who wrote that series? The Teaming with series. But you can look it up. It's Teaming with Microbes, Teaming with Guy, and Teaming with nutrients, I think. And he's Jeff Lowenfels. This is Jeff Lowenfels. super, super brilliant guy. Stay away from how-to YouTube videos. I know I'm starting to make a bunch of those. Stay away from that stuff. The one guy's opinion is it. But if you can go look at a university stuff, then you can learn some stuff. It's only worth something if it's replicable. If you know do the same thing and get the same result. And most of the bro science is not that way.
Yeah. What about for those who are interested in breeding? If people, wanted to get a little strain going, if they wanted to just do it at home, but couldn't do it professionally, but they still wanted to get into breeding. Do you have any?
Absolutely. If you're going to try breeding at home, do male female. Don't try reversing and making feminized. Don't try using any kind of a stress herm or hermaphrodite plant. Get a true boy. Get a true girl.
Okay, that's good advice. So, what do you think about the future of genetics cannabis? What trends are you excited about?
I think flowers are going to be a lot more. Fast photos were able to kind of slide in, be like, hey, photos too. But they're not autoflower. Most people don't know that. The fast photos have held the door open a little bit for the autoflowers to come in. And a lot more autoflowers are going to, and you're going to get a lot more variety in taste, flavor, size, shape, color. We're now getting a much wider variety in the autoflowers. For many years, the autoflower market was stagnant. It was lowrider or nothing for a long time. And lowrider wasn't very good. I mean,
there's been a ton of advancements. Like people really hated autoflowers for a long time because they were small and they had low THC and no flavors. But I mean, this past couple of years, this last year, it's just been. I mean, they're putting out like 30% numbers and high terpenes and high yields on little plants that grow fast.
yeah, we did a 1 gallon challenge, and people, raking. If you can get a quarter pound of off a 1 gallon plant in 75 days.
It is pretty awesome. So, one last question before we wrap up. Actually, what is your favorite strain to grow?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of these ones I haven't grown yet, I'm sure. They're all my favorites. For which year? For a long time, double.
Let's see. Before we wrap up, you have a website, it's Nancy's Own. So when you get your seeds, get them at nancy'sown.com and use the promo code Heddies420 and you can get 10% off and help support the show.
nancy'sown.com. The Facebook group is generally hidden and private, but you can always ask me for an invite. It's Grow 420 Meds. At some point, I'll have the Grow 420meds.com website back up, but I want to wait till I've gathered enough education to make it a worthwhile place to go and look around and get free education.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
So that's it for this episode of Heddies. Don't forget to join the Discord, grab your seeds, and get ready for the grow along starting in March. Big thanks to Nancy Wallace for sharing her expertise and incredible genetics with us. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, share it with your fellow growers, and until next time, happy growing. Thanks, everybody.